In this video, you'll learn how to create organic mentoring relationships based on being authentic, proactive, and open to new ideas, and how finding a common ground based on shared passions is so much more important than finding a common ground based solely on resumes or LinkedIn profiles. Welcome to 8 Unedited Minutes about mentoring with Liz Nault, advertising and branding strategist and proud alumni and champion for the Quinlan Mentorship Program. Thank you for being here, Liz.
Of course.
I'd love to just jump right into our last conversation.
Okay.
A theme that kept coming up again and again is you have to be proactive. You can't wait for things to happen to you. You have to go out and voice what you want. When did you learn that? Because it's a really strong
It's a great question. I mean, I have been fortunate enough to have so many great opportunities with different companies throughout my career. And, you know, the nice thing is I've always believed that if an opportunity presents itself, you should take it, which has been great so far. But then you get to a point in your career where you just want more and you want to connect with different people on different levels about different things. And you take a look back and I look at my career path and think, wow, well, I took all the opportunities that came my way, but how many of those did I actually make for myself? And I think that's where I kind of landed on that idea that, you know, if there's something that you're passionate about and you're not really getting what you want in the current position or career that you have, like, just start reaching out to the people that inspire you and the people that you'd like to embody in your own self, and reach out to them, make those connections for yourself, and start building that network.
If someone's shy or they're new to networking, anything, and they hear this, okay, I'll just reach out to them, and then they think, oh God, what do I do? What is that first step to reach out?
For sure. I mean, I think everyone's a little afraid of rejection on the inside, but at the end of the day, if you don't ask, the answer is always going to be no. So you have to put yourself out there. 9 times out of 10, people will be more receptive than you think. But I think that goes back to the reason why reaching out to begin with. I think finding that unique commonality between people and, you know, explaining up front, hey, you know, I really admire this about you. I'm interested in this because of this thing I'm working on, or this project that I'm inspired by. I'd love to connect with you. Do you have 5 minutes? Could I have a coffee? Could I meet you, you know, for a snack? So people are very receptive to that, actually.
So after that first step and they have that conversation, be it 5 minutes on the phone, a snack, whatever else, how do you build it into it? Have you seen, or you yourself done, how do you build it into a relationship? Because so many students, or heck, people in general I talk to, if they can get to that first place, they seem like, well, how do I follow up? I don't want to ask for something, but what do you do to build a relationship?
I think most relationships that are worthwhile are going to be organic in a nature sense,
okay.
And especially in those situations, you know, if you are connecting with someone on that certain level, and I think this is true for all relationships in life, not just mentorships or professional relationships, but even friendships. I mean, one of my goals is to make a new friend every month, you know, and that comes from yeah, but that comes from networking. I mean, you have to continue to build yourself in every direction, and I think that those things come very naturally once you initiate those conversations and find that common ground with people.
So it's getting started and then building that out.
Yeah.
When it comes to mentoring and what you've seen through Quinlan, what other way, once the relationship gets going, whether it's asking questions, or how do you get results instead of just have conversations?
I think following up with people on topics that are relevant is a great way to do that.
What would relevant be?
So I think sending someone a note to follow up just for the sake of following up doesn't really leave the door open for something of substance that's worthwhile. So okay. For example, you know, I recently became a part of a new organization here in Chicago that is all about empowering women.
Okay.
And my first day in their space, I met this lovely woman who recently left her corporate job to become a career coach and, you know, life coach, and we had a wonderful 45-minute conversation. At the end of it, you know, I didn't even have a business card to give her. She just asked for my email, and, you know, a week later, she reached out and asked me, you know, how this workshop that I told her I was attending went, and, you know, asked me about other questions about things that are upcoming. And we've now had this ongoing dialogue for the past month about different things that we knew each other cared about, and that's how that organic type of connection and support comes from.
How about the other side? What not to do? When you're trying to find a mentor, what should you not do?
I think the most important thing is to be authentic and be yourself and be real. You don't need to try to impress someone. I think that...
Talk more about that, because that's what so many people are scared of.
Yeah, I think that, you don't need to have the highest aspirations to be interesting. I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned throughout my own professional career and what I try to, instill in a lot of the people that I mentor is find the thing that's authentically you and run with that, and find people that connect to that and will support you with that and inspire you on that. Because the longer you think you're portraying a certain image or portraying a certain persona that you think you want to be, you're getting further away than the place you should be going, and you're not making connections with people that are as authentic as they could be. And you'd be really surprised that the more you let your guard down and the more that you speak to your true passions and your aspirations and be your authentic self, you'll connect with people on a much more meaningful and deeper level.
So what is authenticity to you? And because it's easy to say be true to yourself, but then some people, when you really think about it, and we spoke about that a little before, authentically me, be true to myself, and feels, what do I want it because society? And it becomes this conundrum. What is authenticity to you? And a tip for somebody that wants to start getting there?
For sure, I think that's a really great question, and it's something that I've been asking myself for the past 15 years of my life. But I think that's also a journey. The person that we are when we're in undergrad, the person that we're on our first job, the person that we are 10 years out of that in our professional career, are all different people, and that's not a bad thing. I think that we're constantly evolving, but at our very core, we are the same person, and we have certain desires and passions that we want to bring to life. And I think being authentically you and having authenticity with your conversations and your connections with other people is letting your guard down, is, looking inward and thinking, what is the unique gift that I can bring to the table? What is the unique gift that I can bring to this job or this project? Or, what can I offer this person in conversation? Like, being authentic is identifying exactly what you are in a unique and amazing way and bringing that to everything that you do. And again, it's a journey to get there. And, it's something I love working on all the time, but you have to, in that sense, also be true to yourself. And I think that the sooner people start identifying with those things that make them so special and unique, you're like 10 light years ahead of everyone else who's just trying to play the cookie cutter role that they think it equals success in society. I don't know.
And the good mentors, I'm imagining, are the ones who help you find your authentic self, not just freshen up a resume.
Totally.
Thank you so much for being here, Liz.
Of course.